Hi guys, Alec, Peirce at the ranch, and here we are with a beautiful big tree that Diane and I just cut down. Now, some of you undoubtedly are saying, what a shame, what a beautiful tree, and you're quite right, and we feel exactly the same. We cut down a lot of trees, but we do not cut down trees without a good reason. That is to say, it's diseased, it's going to fall over, or whatever. We don't cut down trees willy-nilly. We did not cut down this tree willy-nilly. As a matter of fact, it bothered us to cut down this tree. We've had it here for a long time. This is a beautiful big elm tree. Kevin has some pictures of this tree looking out over our property, and this tree was almost as well known a landmark in this area as our windmill. This is called the Windmill Ranch because our windmill is very distinctive, but this tree was probably the second most distinctive thing on our property. Every time we looked out the window, we saw this tree. It was a beautiful big tree, straight trunk, and beautiful big branches, green leaves. It's just a wonderful tree with a canopy that's so well known. Unfortunately, this tree finally, after all these years, has succumbed to Dutch Elm Disease. It's diseased. It's going to fall down. It's going to rot and disappear. First problem. Second problem, that disease will spread to any other elm trees in the area. Now, it's kind of an odd situation when I say that the good news is that there are no other elm trees. That's not really good news. Elm trees used to be fantastic, beautiful big trees throughout Ontario. By the way, I want to point out a small bit of trivia. I've heard people say, damn Dutch, they brought that disease over here. No, it's called Dutch Elm Disease because the man who discovered the disease and potentially how to stop the disease was from Holland. He was Dutch. Got nothing to do with the disease. But anyway, if you read on Google about that, you'll read a good number of things about Dutch Elm Disease. And one of the things in there is that you shouldn't burn it. That's pretty funny, huh? Actually, burning it is the best way to stop any chances of the disease spreading. When they say don't burn it, what they're trying to stop is people using it as firewood for campfires outdoors. Quite common. If you're an outdoors person, if you're driving along roads leading out of the city into the wilderness areas of Ontario, we have so much, it's incredible. You will often see alongside the roads, you'll see a sign that says firewood for sale, and bundles of firewood, $5, $10, whatever. You'll see them all the time, and sticks of wood in there that you can pick up, give the guy $5, and get really good dry firewood for your campfire, wherever it is you're going camping. That's the problem. Because when you take that firewood, if there's diseased wood in that bag, now you're carrying it to one of the wilderness areas, perhaps one of the parks, and spreading the disease. That's why they do. But this wood will travel from here to that house right over there and be burned in our fireplace. There's no danger of the disease being spread. Anyway, it was quite a job. You can see the pictures that Kevin have of the, in fact, I think there's a video we have of the tree coming down. It was quite a job to get it down. And you can see the stump. It's pretty interesting. If you look at that stump, a couple of things to point out. The first thing is the rings, very distinctive rings. And if you look closely, you'll see that some of the rings are very wide, and some of the rings are very narrow. The wide rings indicate that the tree grew very rapidly that particular summer. Must have been a really good summer. The narrow and very thin lines mean that for some reason, the bad weather or whatever it was, the tree did not grow nearly as much. So they're kind of interesting. Also, I want to point out that when you look at the stump, you'll see a stick, a piece of the stick. Here it is right here. This piece here, sticking up from the stump. That piece of wood was holding the tree up. When I finished cutting all through here, using a special method to cut such a big tree, when I finished cutting all the way through and the tree was almost ready to come down, that is what was holding it, that little piece of stick right there. It's incredible how little it takes to hold a tree up in the air. That was holding it. Now we have lots of work cutting this up and cleaning up the brush. We clean up everything here and get rid of it all, so no disease, plus the property stays nice and neat. One of the things we do here at the ranch, cutting down a big old tree. Talk to you soon. Alec, Peirce, at the ranch. Thanks.